Hi, I'm Scott Cooper, your local mortgage banker, and this video is about the first step you need to take if you want to get a home loan, and that's the pre-approval process. So the first step, though, of that process is going to be calling me. Let's have a conversation. And don't worry, just give me, big picture. Scott, I want to buy a house. I'll take over the conversation and ask the questions to get the information that I'm going to need to determine if you can get a loan right now. And if you can't, my goal is to tell you what you need to do in order to buy a home in the near future. So in our conversation, I'm going to be asking you about your income. How are you paid? Salary, hourly, how many hours a week? How long have you been on your job? Are you paid commission, bonus? Are you self-employed? All the different aspects. I also want to find out the bills you're paying on. And those are ones that are going to show up on a credit report. Car payments, credit card payments, student loan, jewelry account, furniture account. I will be asking about child support, alimony also. It doesn't show up on a credit report, but we need to find out about those bills also. And then any credit challenges. Do we have any foreclosures? See a lot of foreclosures these days, a lot of short sales, bankruptcies also, and the wait periods are much shorter than people think. 2 years for bankruptcy, 3 years for foreclosure, unless you're VA. Then it's 2 years after bankruptcy, 2 years after foreclosure, and VA is a great loan. So if you're in the military, we definitely need to talk because you can buy for zero money out of pocket. Another big concern for people is the down payment. And, if you don't have the money and you haven't owned a home for 3 years, again, haven't owned a home for 3 years, you're a first-time home buyer again, and that means that you can get into a home for as little as $1,000 out of pocket. And the loans are phenomenal, too. You're not going to get a 9% rate. You're going to be right where the A-paper person is who's putting down the standard 3.5 for FHA. FICO, let's talk about that. Minimum FICO we want to see is a 620. Prefer 640, but 620 will get you into a home. The other factors have to be in place, stable income and debt ratio that's in line and the wait periods after everything else. But you don't need a 720 FICO. You don't need 20% down. And it's not as hard to get a loan as the media portrays. It's much easier. So do me a favor. Pick up the phone call. Give me a call. Let's start the pre-qualification, which is that first step of the pre-approval process. And then in my next video, I'll talk about step 2, which is going to be actually the pre-approval piece of this process. So contact info is to follow. I'm Scott Cooper, your local mortgage banker, and I'm here to help.